free hot tickets and all them hot
And the
snacks
angel of the
and an
Lord
explosive guest.
spoke unto Philip, saying, Arise, and go toward the south, into the way that goeth down from Jerusalem, into Gaza, which is the desert. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasures, and had come to Jerusalem for to worship. What is your
My,
your question?
my question is, he received salvation. If you read the context of the verse, if you can read on, I mean, you can read on if you want, but you want to waste time. But my question is that Philip preached to him, and then he received the word and got baptized. So my question to you is that what he received was what all
Hey,
in
hey,
vain?
hey,
The
Salaki,
Ethiopian
I don't
y'all
eunuch,
see
gonna
where
have
was
to
all
I
in
listen.
vain.
Hold up, Salaki.
I don't see where he
If
got baptized. I'm
if I
sorry.
could, if
Oh,
I
he doesn't
could,
know.
y'all gonna
Okay,
have
you
to.
want me?
Hold up, Salaki. If I could, y'all are gonna have to listen to one another. Y'all can't go back and forth asking each other questions. There's 3 questions per round, so y'all gonna have to listen carefully to what the person is actually saying. Okay, y'all can't go
Okay.
back and forth. If you don't know, then you can appeal to the moderator. And I have him ask the question again. Then after that, if you don't know the answer, or you can't answer the question, then you just say, I don't know, I can't answer. Then we move on. But we can't go back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay,
We
read
got the
36.
club after all.
Let me help you out. Okay, read 36. Read 36.
Hold on, wait. All right, so y'all gotta understand when Yashar started talking, he had 2 minutes to answer the question, and then he read it, and then he asked Bonite a question. So the reason why Warrior's trying to clear it up is um so y'all won't go back and forth, and then he take Bonite re-asking the question on Yashar's time that he's supposed to be answering. So I just want to make sure. Yashar, you got the question now, right?
I had the
Yes.
question from the gate. He gave me a specific verse, and I went to that verse and it didn't read that.
Well, I said we're gonna waste time reading the context, but the book of Acts chapter 8. If you
You,
read 36,
you,
if you read 36 specifically, right? It says he was baptized.
no,
Okay.
So my question
Hold up,
is,
one
was
second, one second.
no,
Hold up, one second. Bonite,
Bonnie,
1 second. What you
no.
have to do is on this time, you specifically has to just ask a question. It doesn't matter about getting in the context. Question doesn't require context. So you have to just ask your question, let him answer the question. It's just that simple. This is question and answers. They going back and forth, read this and that. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all can't do that. That's not that y'all hit that in the rebuttal rounds and stuff like that. This is question and answers. So if we can
Yashar, did you
ask
answer
a
the
precise
question?
question, right, and then we can get Yashar to answer the question, and then we
Hey,
move
Salaki,
on. Go ahead.
moderator. Can we have Boney Tay get a clear 10 seconds to ask his question? And so
Right,
I can
that's all I
start
said.
retarding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I want to do.
Go
I
ahead and
want
ask
Bonnie
the
Tate
clear
to
question
re-ask
so
the
the brother can
question.
answer.
Right, and that way Yashar can just answer the question. That's just that simple.
Okay.
all right. Okay, I'm gonna go slow. Okay, the book of Acts, chapter 8, from verse 26 to 36, talks about an Ethiopian eunuch who was reading the book of Isaiah, received, believed in Jesus because he was given the word, and in 36 he got baptized, and it says he went his way rejoicing. My question to you is, was that all in vain because this man was not a Jew? That's my question.
All right, I got what, a minute or 2 minutes to answer it?
2 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So baptism didn't say salvation. Baptism is baptism. So if you're saying that the Enoch received salvation, you got to show us that he was baptized.
Well,
That
no.
don't mean he received salvation. That's my answer.
All right, all right, all right. Like, I was trying so hard not to break out in song. My brain be going places. Yashar, the question is on you.
Simple.
Is my living in
Can you show me?
vain?
Can you show me the law that the Gentiles supposed to keep to receive salvation? The law that the Gentiles are supposed to keep to receive salvation according to the scripture.
He on mute. Is he talking?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I wasn't. You guys couldn't hear me. All right. Okay. X 15. X 15. Very very simple. Acts chapter 15. Let me go to it so I can give you a proper conclusion. This is what the apostles said, not Bonnie. This is what the apostles saying. Acts 15, the conclusion. This is talking to the Gentiles. It says, "It is my judgment, therefore, that we should not make it difficulty for the Gentiles who are returning to God. Instead, we should write to them, telling them to abstain from foods polluted by idols, from sexual immorality, from meat strangled by animals, from blood. For the law of Moses has been preached in every city from the earliest times in the reading of in the synagogues on every Sabbath." So that is what they're supposed to keep. They gave you the list right there. It's in Acts chapter 15, verse 19.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Bonite, your question is on you. This is your second question. Please keep it simple and concise. Let's not go all around. Go ahead, let's go.
All right. My second question is that is so according to the scriptures, right? The law. No, I'm not going to answer this question. Let me just give you a simple one. Samaritan. Let's go to Samaritan women. Samaritan women who had the word. Again, same question. She received the word from Jesus, and she went on preaching this word because Jesus didn't say, "Oh, since you're not a Jew, whatever." So my question is, why did he deal with her even though she was not a Jew? That's my question. Why did he deal with her when she was not a Jew? And she believed in it. She believed in him. That's my question.
All right.
Why did
You sure?
who believe? Okay, I just need clarity. Say the
All
question
right.
one more time. And then I'm gonna answer.
Why did Jesus not turn away the Samaritan woman, but gave her the living water, which we believe is the Spirit? Why did he
Y'all,
not turn her away?
hey, hold up. Y'all gonna have to. I'm gonna have to stay. I guess I gotta stay off mic.
I don't know what's
Y'all have
wrong
to
with you,
appeal to the
moderator.
moderator.
What?
I say I gotta
I
stay
just
off the
asked
what's the
for
name.
him
I
to
know I hear
repeat the
background
question.
noise,
Like,
but I gotta stay off.
what are we talking about?
You
Right, that's what I
you
say.
gotta
You have to
appeal to the
listen. You have
moderator
to
for that.
appeal to the moderator and say, "Can I get the a question repeated?" You cannot ask him to repeat the question. You're trying to keep it orderly. That way, y'all, it won't be a back and forth. So,
No.
you got fif- 15 seconds. Re-ask the question, and
Okay.
No, I'm good. I
then
got it.
you can get the 2 minutes to answer the
Do
question.
you? Because I could answer it. Because I mean, I could ask it if you
No, I
want.
got it.
Because I did write
Okay.
it down.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
got
The Samaritan woman,
So, Yashar, do
according
you
to
have?
my understanding.
Okay. So you have the question.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. That's what.
The Samaritan woman, according to my understanding, uh, again, she didn't receive salvation, Bonite. A person being helped, being counseled, does not mean that they're going to receive salvation. So, did you ever tap into the scripture where the Samaritan woman indulged in the Sabbath? Because if you never seen where she indulged in the Sabbath, how can you say that she's going to receive salvation? Right? Salvation is for Yahshua. Yahshua are the ones that actually interact and conduct themselves according to the law, right? So that means that they keep the Sabbath and everything in Leviticus 23 we keep, right? I don't see any heathens keeping such, right? So again, when you talk about a person being counseled or a person being baptized, that does not mean that they automatically receive salvation, Bonnie Tate. Just so you understand. That's my
1
answer.
minute. Oh, okay.
Okay. So you said that Acts 15 was your answer. Well, I asked you, those same laws that was repeated in verses, I guess, 19 and 20, are those not the same laws that's in the Old Testament? Or are they something new?
so. Can you please repeat that question? Sorry,
Oh shit.
moderator.
Okay.
Can you please
Listen.
repeat the
Listen. Okay.
question? Sorry.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Listen. Y'all have to listen. I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all have to listen because we all hearing the question. So it's not that y'all just ain't paying attention to one another. But we're hearing the question clearly. So ain't nobody breaking up or anything. Y'all have to listen to what each other is saying. The question is, matter of fact, I don't want to butcher the question. Ask your question again. You get 10 seconds. You get 2 minutes to ask this question. Go ahead, Yashar.
You're right.
The laws that was read, that you just read, that you say is for the Gentiles, are those not the same laws in the Old Testament?
No, no. I'm gonna say no because they're not, because those laws are done away with. It would literally contradict Colossians. It would contradict Colossians because Colossians says. Let me pull it up here real quick. They're not the same ones because Colossians 2:13 says the laws are blotted away with. So they're not. Actually, it says the law of Moses. It's done away with. The book of Hebrews. I can go to the book of Hebrews. It shows that they're done away with. They're blotted out. They're done. So it's definitely not talking about the same laws. It's talking about the law of Christ. So I wouldn't want to make Paul contradict Jesus or Jesus contradict Moses. Definitely not. So I have to concede based on progressive revelation. meaning that the old truth cannot be a new truth. So the old truth is still truth, but if you bring it to the New Testament, it's not truth anymore. So that's my answer right there.
Good job. Good job. Good job on the day. All right. You got your answer, your sharp. All right. So now this is your third question, Bonite. You have the floor.
I would like to ask numbers 32 12. It talks about Caleb being a Kezerite, right? My question to you is, why would God allow Moses to choose a woman that was not a man that was not even an Israelite to be part of the tribe? Because Caleb is mentioned as a leader in the tribe. So my question to you is, why did God allow that? Or why did God allow that?
Save Caleb. This is the Caleb that Bonnie Tay just asked me about. He said, how is he not an Israelite, or whatever he was just saying? Well, what it says right here, Caleb, the name of three Israelites. I don't see him being the name of a Gentile. I don't see him being the name of any other nation, but I see Caleb name of three Israelites. So whichever one of the three, this is him, the Israelite. So I'm not sure what Caleb you talking about according to Numbers 32 and 12, but when I go there, I see an Israelite. I'm not sure who you see, Bonnie Tay. That's my answer.
Well, I hope y'all got that.
Damn.
Thing.
That was a good
All
answer.
right. So that was pretty. I don't know. So yeah. You sure? The third question is now on you. It's on you. Mm.
Acts, right? Acts 13 and 47, right? This is Paul, right? It reads, for so have Adonai commanded us, saying, I have set thee to be a light of the Gentiles, that thou shouldest be for salvations unto the ends of the earth.
Second.
The Gentiles. Paul is talking to Romans in Acts. The ends of the earth. Who is Paul talking about?
This is very. I don't understand the question, but I'll answer it anyways. It's very clear that the Gentiles are not Jews, because I've already went through this. I've already went through this through in Acts 15. It's very clear that the Gentiles were people that were not Jews, because they said they were teaching that you cannot get salvation until you do the law of Moses. So I've already answered this question. I'm surprised you actually asked the same question. I would assume you have a different angle to this, but the Gentiles are people that were definitely non-Jews. That's why even in the book of Acts they got jealous and said they told Peter and said, why did you go in and eat with the Gentiles? People who are not even a part of our nation. And then Peter told them, oh, I had a vision. oh, a vision told me, Paul, kill and eat, and he said, not so, Lord, I've not
1
eaten
minute.
anything unclean. And he said, and then the voice, he said, this was done 3 times, right? And then he knew that God chose, he says, God shows no favoritism, but in every nation, whoever believes in him, in every nation, whoever believes in him, he gives salvation. So, my brother, I mean, we can go through the Gentile thing over and over, but it's very clear according to scripture, again, Exit 15, that it's not, it's definitely the ends of the earth is definitely people who are non Jews. I could even put Matthew 28:19, go into all the world and preach the gospel, all the world. So, I mean, that's pretty clear. That's my answer.
Good job. All right. So this is now the fourth and final question. Bonnie say the question is on you, then it'll be on you to answer, and then you will ask your fourth and final question, Yashar. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Matthew 15, 21, right? It talks about a woman of Canaan who, of course, she wanted the crumbs. Who? I admit, she wanted the crumbs. My question to you is, why didn't Jesus say, no, you're not an Israelite? I only came to the lost tribe of Israel. Why did you go to the tribe of Israel? My question is, why didn't he turn her away? Why did he? Why did he attend to her? That's Matthew 15:21. That's my question. Is Yeshua there?
He got it. He just give him a second. You know, people don't just run off and fly off at the mouth answering questions. They think. Give him a second. He got 2 minutes, and his clock is ticking.
Simply put, he helped her because she had great faith. So, like I was speaking, right, about the Nakar at the beginning of my debate, if you was paying attention, right? Nakars would be those who were sojourners and passed through us, right? So for one that would pass through and that had an understanding of what our Hamashiach could do, in the faith that she had, he spoke it and it was done. It was nothing special that she did. She didn't worship and she didn't go and do all these things and do all these extra things to try and get something done. It's her faith
1 minute.
that has nothing to do with salvation, Boney Tay. I'm gonna say it for you one more time. It has nothing to do with salvation. He looked out for Enoch, right? During Jeremiah's time before we went to Babylon. He told that Enoch, right, Abimelech, to go to the vineyard, Agrippa's vineyard, so that he didn't have to endure what we had to endure in Babylon because he's not of Yahshua, sir. No nation, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna land my plane, no nation in the scriptures has ever went through our punishment, Boney Tate. No other nation has ever went through our punishment while we go through our punishment for being disobedient, Boney Tate. We are sent to the other nations, Boney Tate. Get an understanding, bro. That's what the scriptures is there for. I'll let my plane.
Time. My bad. I said it on mute.
You no, we heard you. Time. All right.
That was the
So
second time I
Yashar.
said it.
Oh, no being no bird. Yashar, this is your last and final question, and then we are going to go to questions from the audience. Please, 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 please.
Yeah.
Y'all in the comments, I hope you all have some beans, right? Because I need for
Yeah.
y'all to come up and ask these questions because I'm seeing a whole lot of stuff flow through these comments. So I hope you guys are bold enough to
So
come up and ask them
Club
of
Yashar
each
should be
one
in
of the participants.
I'm
You
ready.
know,
So Bonnie
Club
Tay, can you
Yashara will be. Club Yashara will be ready for you guys when you're ready. But go ahead, Yashar. It's on you.
Acts 26, Bonnie Tay, can you go there?
Okay.
Acts 26, 21 through 23. My question is, can you explain why the Jews and the northern kingdom, being Gentiles, wanted to stone Paul? Can you explain that?
This is very related to the context. So it's very simple. Paul was in. If you read the whole context of this thing, he was actually being accused of something that wasn't true. And actually, if you read 24, it says, at this point, Festus interrupted Paul's defense. You're out of your mind, he shouted, driving you insane. Verse 25, he said, I'm not insane, most affluent Festus. Paul replied, what I'm saying is true. The king is familiar with these things. I can say, speak freely to him. I'm convinced none of these things has escaped his notice because it has not been. And then King Agrippa did not believe the prophets. And then Agrippa said to Paul, "Do you think I have a short time to you persuade me to be a Christian?" So the whole context, my brother, it's because they were accusing him of something that wasn't true, and you can read it. But I'm gonna answer that question. But also, I'm also gonna answer this other question. I'm gonna do something different. You said that show me the Samaritan women keeping the Sabbath. Jesus broke the Sabbath, my brother. Jesus broke the Sabbath. John 5:18. Because of this, the Jews tried to all the harder to kill him. Not only that he was breaking the Sabbath, but he also calling God his own Father. So I'm gonna answer two questions.
1 minute,
First
1
question
minute.
is simple. Second question is simple. I mean, it's, that's my answer right there. Because they were accusing me of something that wasn't true. That's it.
Good job. That's it. Y'all didn't ask y'all 4 questions, and y'all really have talked about a whole lot here. I'm really grateful that you all have brought out all this wonderful information. Bonnie Tay, so that put that empty ass pot
Is
to the
the
side, child, cause child. Ooh,
Man, Bonnie Tay, they gonna tear your butt up, bro. I'm gonna just tell you right now. They gonna tear your butt
let
up.
me turn this up.
I cook, man. I cook today,
They gonna
man.
tear your butt up, bro.
I don't even know what to say. All I can say
Boy,
is right now, whoever has a question, please pop up in the queue, and I'm gonna put you in box 8. Y'all gonna get in one at a time. 200 beans per question. I know y'all got it. Like it's the first of the month, so 200 beans pop up in the queue. You ask your question and then drop down for the next person who actually has a question. So you better find somebody to sponsor you. Have somebody to sponsor you. Cause yeah. Mm,
Hey, if I could, to keep the
yeah,
back and
sure.
forth down, when they ask their question, can we put them back down in the audience once
Oh
they
yeah,
ask
that's
their
exactly what I
question
just
clear and
said.
precise?
That's
Oh, I'm
exactly
sorry.
what I
I
just
didn't hear
said.
it.
That they
yeah, don't come
gotta
My
up
bad.
here
get
and
back
teach. What,
down.
what was that dude name? Don't matter what his name was. But what was that dude? Came up here trying to teach the whole class instead of just asking the
Okay.
question.
I don't even remember what
Just
this one
ask the
done.
question.
And get down. Casey from the AC, that's who did that.
That was your boy,
Mhm.
your homie.
Let's see. So, who's in the queue? All right. All right. So you can ask questions of the participants, Bonnie Taylor, your shark. Please let us know who you're directing your question to, and then,
Can
ask
you
it
ask
and then
questions to
drop
both?
down.
Can you
I'm
ask questions?
allowed. Like if you have a
If you
question and you want to know from both of them, like it's a general
Yeah.
question, like if it's one question and you say, well, hey, both of y'all answer. Yeah, let's do that. Go
Greetings.
ahead.
Shalom.
Greetings. Mhm.
Assalamualaikum. Shakalaka.
Shakalaka, make us just.
This question is to Yashar. Bonate brought up a good question. He asks you, why would the Most High need to provoke? And I'm asking you, why would the Most High need to provoke the Gentiles, whom you call the lost sheep of Israel or Jews? Why would he need them to make other Jews jealous or provoke them to jealousy? That was my question.
Your shark, can you come up? Here we go.
Why would
Your
he
shark, that
provoke?
question was for you.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he provoke others? Right. That was your question. So let me do this.
Is there a time limit on these answers?
Why would General be
So
running?
the provocation, to provoke us to jealousy, right? Because for one, it wasn't for them to receive anything from him. So for us that actually know and have a connection to the Most High through our lineage. Um, for example, those being in rule during Yahushai's time, those Edomite Jews, right? Uh, the position that they held being Sadducees and Pharisees, they put us in grand stress to the point where persecuted and killed our Messiah. Not only that, put us in a situation where we had to get up out the land. So that jealousy provoking us to come back to him is what I see and understand it to be. Nothing else but to come back to him. I know I said a lot, but that's what it is.
Okay. All right. Absolutely, Capone. Thank you so much for your answer. Hopefully, General got what he was looking for, maybe or maybe not, but that's what he got. So go ahead, Capone. It's on you. You're not muted, are you? Do I have you muted?
Okay, shalom. My question is to Bonnie
It was
K.
taken care of.
So it's kind of off topic, but this was mentioned in the debate. So I want, it was mentioned multiple times in the debate. So I want him to clarify. You mentioned in the debate, you kept mentioning about the law being done away with. So the question is, can you explain Hebrews 8 and 10?
Oh, Morning Star. Did you
This is about to be
happen
crazy.
to? Yeah, and I don't
oh,
see him on my
this is,
bank account.
can I? How much time do I have to answer him?
Boy, just answer
2
the
minutes.
question.
Oh, this is easy. Hebrews 8 and 10, easy. Verse 10 tells you why. Verse 6 tells you why. If you go to verse 6, it says, but in fact, the ministry of Jesus has The ministry of Jesus has received as superior to others as the covenant which is a mediator and is superior of the old one. It is superior to the old covenant. That's the whole point. Since the new covenant has been established of better promises. Brother, it answers it right there. verse 6. The superior one is the new covenant. The old one is done away with. I mean, that's the whole point of this. You have Jesus as the new. He is the testator of the new covenant, the mediator of the superior one. That's very simple.
I say the two games that they lost is the two games they're gonna play back to back again.
Okay.
That's very simple. I hope my opponent got a clear answer on that one.
Hmm. So anybody in the queue should be definitely paying for beans. Capone, you owe me some beans. Psalm.
Yeah, no, it was a good debate. I just wanted to say that I paid for 200 beans at the beginning of the debate, and I wanted Ja to answer, right? If Ja doesn't want to, I'll cover Capone's payment, but I really wanted to get somebody who didn't want to pay or couldn't pay for those 200 beans. But I wanted Ja to ask a question. If she sleep, then yeah. So Hebrew, Lamed asked me, yeah,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
throw you some beans for
Ja.
Gideon. I wanted somebody who couldn't pay the. That's
200 beans to pop up in the box and ask the question. Jalove has, I'll give her about another minute. If anybody else has any questions, please do come up. Why you can't pay? You gotta pay to come up and ask the question, or you gotta pay to ask a question. Like that's how it is. Boo. So listen, anybody else? Because you got to ask the question. So and you gotta pay them beans. So anybody else? Because if not, guess what time it is? No, this ain't no panhandling. I'm gonna get my money. This ain't no panhandling. This
I
is
got my
what it
people
is.
with
You
me.
done lost your
I have
mind.
people in the city here to keep it with me. Solo or cutting up. I got my
Y'all
people
done
with me.
lost it. Y'all done lost it.
Duh, I
Real.
got my people with me.
Hmm. I don't know what y'all thought this was. This is Bigo, honey. I know
yeah, good
PTO
job,
is
y'all.
flying
Again, good
across the
job.
screen.
Appreciate you. A lot of scriptures is brought up.
All right.
And
It was a lot of
yeah,
scriptures brought up. Well, you can roast them at the club, so you can just go ahead and take definitely
you
take
gotta
that
pay a
over
hundred,
Wait,
Ali.
that work.
pay
Wait,
a hundred,
what?
you cuss.
He said he wanna cuss. He finna cuss y'all out.
I want
So
to
with that
cuss.
being said,
I want to cuss.
It's a hundred.
ain't
Yeah.
nobody else got nothing to say, nothing to talk about, pay their beans or move around. We finna flip this on over to, you know what I'm saying, on over to Club Yasharal. No features. So grab you a sip, a little nip, you know what I'm saying? Because this
Hundred thought.
debate is now
Okay,
over.
okay.
It'll be
I'm gonna make
like
sure.
the moon, it's rare that I take a night off. You can get checked for asking how much my nights cost.
No,
Evander
I want to
Holyfield,
say
I'm the nigga they
the
bite off. I
rules
won't
is to
tax if
get
I
in
wrote you a
Club
rap.
Yasha Raw,
It's
you
a
got to pay
write-off.
100.
No gap, but
And
you
if you
still
didn't pay
lying
100 in
through
Club
your
Yasha
teeth.
Raw, if you
I know
paid in
niggas
her
from South
200.
Holly on down to
You
Hoover
can't pay
Street.
100 in
Like Freddy
her and then
Krueger
try to get
rolling
in
with a
Club Yasha
daily
Raw.
Ruger
It's not how that
piece.
works.
Show up at your front door like
Just
you
want to throw
ordered
that out
Uber
there.
Eats.
that's
I'm for
Khalil,
real
I
like
think.
a
You want to get
Neptune.
in
The shit burn like putting alcohol in the fresh wound. Adidas
Club ain't open
sweatsuit
yet.
with some Frenches and
The club
stance
ain't open
Nah.
strips.
yet. I
Out
ain't
in
pushed the
India,
button.
they rapping my shit in
I ain't
Sanskrit.
pushed the
Push
button
the
yet.
button.
So
All you niggas is
push the
Push the
button.
docile.
button.
Body.
I
I
got
got
more
more
abs
abs like
than
Rothschild.
I like
When it
this
comes
song.
to bars, I got a
Somebody was saying,
stockpile.
this
Judgment Day
is
the
the
most
deacon. And you heard him say
prophets,
Safari.
Rothschild. I'm sick of these
So,
famous artists.
with that being said,
They like
I just
tainted
had
harlots, they
the
fainted hearted.
outro,
We come a
my
long
outro.
way from racketeering.
Again, we will be
Stay
having
in your
another
lane before
debate
you
coming
rap
up
your
on
rear end and your
January
rap career
25th
end.
between Shay
Got a
and
lot of
Bananas
haters, but they
on
can't phase.
status quo
Expanding
age
through
of
my
the earth,
channel on the rampage.
gazillion, trillion,
Sending
or
death threats
gazillion
on my
years
camp
old, right?
page. Trying to stop my life and
Also,
block my
if
light like
anyone is
lamp
interested in
shades.
becoming a
I
paid
was shot
host here
away
on
from coming
Vigo,
to take the
please hit
throne.
me up in the back
To
chat and
conquer
I'll hook
world
you
powers,
up
bring take it home.
with our
I'm
agency,
quarterbacking like Jake DeLong,
CBB
like Mount
agency.
Rushmore.
I
Gotta
am
face
looking
the storm.
forward to
Shout
more
out to
and more
Razak, I'm
debates
proud
coming
of
up.
10K.
You can
People
always hit up
Sakari running the
debate.com.
west like a Cali
His
sensei.
happiness to set
Burning
it up.
rubber until it's
And I
cloudy, the
definitely
Audi 10
will
gray. I come
administer and
from
host
Rainier
any
Valley, it's
debate topic that
Caliente.
you may
They
need,
wrestling with the
right?
scriptures like Kurt
I
Angle.
don't know.
I'm feeling like I'm Frank Lucas in this
Y'all
first
can't
angle.
hear this giraffe. I
I
don't
got the
know.
sauce like I'm
through
Papa
with it.
John's. I'm
But
regulating
I'm gonna push this
revelations
button,
like
and y'all can
Yakanan.
over there.
Punchline until my hands
Button,
break. Niggas say they want beef, but
y'all
they
know what
plant
to do.
base.
Y'all heard all the
Bulletproof sedan
information
to
that
build
was
like I'm the
coming
man of steel. The flow of food, I settle stomachs like chamomile. Dripping like Michael Jackson's Jerry Curl. You ain't got your Howard shot, and it's a scary world. Nazi white boys targeting school. My flow can go.
So y'all can't hear me?
We ain't heard nothing. We heard bars though.
My
If you
time
ain't got
yard,
your
keep the
Howard
jagged
shot,
edge.
that's the
Shout out
scary
to Nas,
thing.
boy, my flow ether. This is album
It's a
number 8.
scary
Call it
world.
No Feet. Gee.
Jerry Curl.
Again,
If the girl ain't had so many names, I would have paid for it. So she could ask a damn question, would have paid for it.
how his happiness
If
is
I'd
set
have
it
threw
up.
some beans, Kiss Happiness would have stayed for it.
Sure woulda. Sure woulda. Yes, sir, bye. Sure woulda. But this one I'm talking about,
Ain't had
right?
You
no
got
This is
diamonds,
my
100
so I
beans,
had to
Club
go and
Yashara was
trade
made for
for
it.
it.
look, y'all can home, y'all go ahead over there and head over to Club Yasharal. Y'all can ask the questions, talk all of the, talk, ask these questions to baby. I
You ain't hit
promise
the
you.
button.
I know, I'm finna hit it now.
I'm on the
I
East Coast,
am.
kids. I'm on the East
I'm
Coast.
finna hit the button now. With that
I
being
got
said,
church in the morning. I got church in the morning.
you got church tomorrow. You
Ha!
You pressing the
There we
button?
go. Yep, I pressed the button. See y'all over at Club Yasharal. All praises to the Most High. Thank you for coming and have a good night.
It's 3 for me.
Shalom, shalom.
Wait, what's going on? Hold the front door. I'm trying to get this is crazy work. I gotta drop you, O'Shea.
Oh, that's fine.
No doubt, no doubt. It's 100 beans to get up in the club, man. 100 beans.
$100.
I know you guys are biased, but you gotta admit, I mean, ideas destroy him. I mean, you have to admit that.
Oh, shit.
Bro,
You
you
came
say
over
we
here like
biased,
that?
bro?
That's how you
I
start?
wouldn't say you destroyed them, but you gave some answers that I didn't thought you would come up with. I would say
That
Yo,
that.
nigga came over.